探寻万圣节的起源，南瓜灯与装扮背后的故事。今天我们来聊一聊万圣节。万圣节的起源据说是在2000多年前，现今英国与爱尔兰一带居住的古代凯尔特民族的宗教节日之一，也就是萨温节。萨温节是古代凯尔特民族在一年结束的10月31号庆祝秋收，也就是以作物祭祀神明的一个节日。凯尔特人呢相信在这个时候亡者的灵魂会回来见家人，也会有一些来自灵界的恶灵啊，一些坏东西来到这个世界上。因此万圣节也就是一个驱除恶灵的庆典。据说这就是现代万圣节的原型。随着历史进展的发展，古代凯尔特的文化也被基督教文化吸收，所以也就慢慢产生了现在的万圣节 Halloween 是11月1号基督教日万圣节的前夜祭。万圣节也被称为是诸圣人的节日，是崇敬基督教里所有圣人的一天。前夜祭呢 Halloween 也作为缅怀追思故人的仪式广为流传开来。
One theory holds that many Halloween traditions were influenced by Celtic harvest festivals, particularly the Gaelic festival Samhain, which are believed to have pagan roots. Some go further and suggest that Samhain may have been Christianized as All Hallows Day, along with its eve, by the early church. Other academics believe Halloween began solely as a Christian holiday, being the vigil of All Hallows Day, celebrated in Ireland and Scotland for centuries. Irish and Scottish immigrants took many Halloween customs to North America in the 19th century, and then through American influence, Halloween had spread to other countries by the late 20th and early 21st century.
那 Halloween 一词是怎么来的呢？10月1号的万圣节在英语当中是 All Saints Day， 也是 All Hallows， 因此在前一天就是10月31号呢，也就变成了 Hallows Eve。据说 Hallows Eve 传着传着就变成了 Halloween。万圣节传到了许多国家，与各个国家的文化融合之后呢，又发展成了不同的样貌。据说现在最普遍的万圣节形态是在美国确定的，继承了基督教文化的爱尔兰人和苏格兰人移居到美国之后，万圣节作为他们独特的文化就广泛流传开来。随着时代的变迁，基督教的意义也越来越淡薄，万圣节从宗教仪式也慢慢变成了大人和小孩都可以玩得很开心的活动。孩子装扮之后去要糖果，家人们聚在一起开派对，或者一起观赏恐怖电影。
Popular Halloween activities include trick-or-treating, or the related guising and souling, attending Halloween costume parties, carving pumpkins or turnips into jack-o'-lanterns, lighting bonfires, apple bobbing, divination games, playing pranks, visiting haunted attractions, telling scary stories, and watching horror or Halloween-themed films. Some people practice the Christian religious observances of All Hallows Eve, including attending church service and lighting candles on the graves of the dead. Although it is a secular celebration for others, some Christians historically abstained from meat on All Hallows Eve, a tradition reflected in the eating of certain vegetarian foods on this vigil day, including apples, potato pancakes, and soul cakes.
说到万圣节，很多人的印象应该就是装扮，但是万圣节装扮的背后又有什么样的意义呢？就像万圣节起源中说的一样，人们相信这个时期除了祖先的灵魂，恶灵也一起会来到这个世界，会带来一些毁坏农作物呀、绑架小孩呀，给人类带来厄运的恶灵，是为了保护自己免除这些厄运来装扮。通过装扮成魔女或者是吸血鬼德古拉、僵尸等等可怕的怪物与鬼怪，让自己和恶灵同化来避免厄运，或者是吓跑恶灵的一种用意。这几年除了装扮成魔女或者是怪兽等不缺席的角色之外，装扮的种类也越来越多样，比如说是人气漫画呀，或者是游戏登场人物打扮成知名艺人等等。还有许多装扮的游行和装扮竞赛，大家可以享受各种独特装扮的乐趣。那么为什么要用南瓜灯装饰呢？作为万圣节的象征，到处都可以看到就是挖出眼睛和鼻子的南瓜灯，里头点亮的蜡烛叫做南瓜灯笼。那么大家是否知道，事实上这个灯笼是有自己的名字，叫做
Jack-o'-lantern.
那么为什么要叫 Jack？ 为什么要装饰它呢？
A jack-o'-lantern is a carved vegetable lantern, most commonly made from a pumpkin or a root vegetable such as a turnip. A jack-o'-lantern is traditionally associated with the Halloween holiday. Its name comes from the reported phenomenon of strange lights flickering over peat bogs, called will-o'-the-wisps or jack-o'-lanterns. The name is also tied to the Irish legend of Stingy Jack, a drunkard who bargains with Satan and is doomed to roam the earth with only a hallowed turnip to light the way. Jack-o'-lanterns carved from pumpkins are a yearly Halloween tradition that developed in the United States when Irish immigrants brought their root vegetable carving tradition with them. In a jack-o'-lantern, the top of the pumpkin, or turnip, is cut off to form a lid. The inside flesh is scooped out, and an image, usually a scary or funny face, is carved out of the rind to expose the hollow interior. To create the lantern effect, a light source, traditionally a flame such as a candle or tea light, is placed within before the lid is closed. However, artificial jack-o'-lanterns with electric lights are also marketed. It is common to see jack-o'-lanterns used as external and internal decorations prior to and on Halloween.
万圣节最不可或缺的口号就是 trick or treat， 中文翻译成不给糖就捣蛋。伴随着这个口号浮现的就是孩子们在别人家门口讨糖果的样子。其实这个行为背后也有它的缘由。那么现在我们就来介绍一下正确回应 trick or treat 的方式。不给糖就捣蛋这种独特的做法，据说是受到 Samhain 这个欧洲习俗的影响。西元1000年左右，基督教会以11月2号作为王者之日，或者是万灵节 All Hallows Day， 并且在这天举行仪式来平息无法获得救赎的亡者灵魂。这天戴上面具的孩子们为彷徨的灵魂们一面唱歌，一面挨家挨户的走访，并祈求 Souls Cake， 就是放了葡萄干的四角形面包。人们认为这个时候如果都拿不出来的话，恶灵会来捣蛋，所以这个做法就被认为是今天 Trick or Treat 的原型。之后在1952年的迪士尼动画中出现了 Trick or Treat 的台词，这句话就这样传遍了全世界，成为万圣节必定呼喊的口号。
Trick-or-treating is a customary celebration for children on Halloween. Children go in costume from house to house asking for treats such as candy or sometimes money, with the questions trick or treat. The word trick implies a threat to perform mischief on the owners of the property if no treat is given.
那么孩子们来到门口，玄关会说 trick or treat 要糖果的时候，你会如何回应呢？一般大家都会说 Happy Halloween 或者是 treat 并且递出糖果。那么关于万圣节都有什么都市传说呢？
The story of the jack-o'-lantern comes in many forms and is similar to the story of the will-o'-the-wisp, retold in different forms across Western Europe, including Italy, Norway, Spain, and Sweden. In Switzerland, children leave bowls of milk or cream out for mythical house spirits, called Jack-o'-the-Bowl.An old Irish folktale from the mid-18th century tells of Stingy Jack, a lazy yet shrewd blacksmith who uses a cross to trap Satan. One story says that Jack tricked Satan into climbing an apple tree, and once he was up there, Jack quickly placed crosses around the trunk or carved a cross into the bark so that Satan couldn't get down. Another version of the story says that Jack was getting chased by some villagers from whom he had stolen.He then met Satan, who claimed it was time for him to die. However, the thief stalled his death by tempting Satan with a chance to bedevil the church-going villagers chasing him. Jack told Satan to turn into a coin with which he could pay for the stolen goods. Satan could take on any shape he wanted. Later, when the coin, Satan, disappeared, the Christian villagers would fight over who had stolen it.The devil agreed to this plan. He turned himself into a silver coin and jumped into Jack's wallet, only to find himself next to a cross Jack had also picked up in the village. Jack closed the wallet tight, and the cross stripped the devil of his powers, and so he was trapped. In both folktales, Jack lets Satan go only after he agrees to never take his soul. Many years later, the thief died, as all living things do.Of course, Jack's life had been too sinful for him to go to heaven. However, Satan promised not to take his soul, and so he was barred from hell as well. Jack now had nowhere to go. He asked how he would see where to go, as he had no light, and Satan mockingly tossed him a burning coal to light his way. Jack carved out one of his turnips, which were his favourite food, put the coal inside it, and began endlessly wandering the earth for a resting place. He became known as Jack of the Lantern, or Jack-o'-lantern. Cornish folklorist Dr. Thomas Quiller Couch recorded the use of the term in a rhyme used in Polperro, Cornwall, in conjunction with Joan the Wad, the Cornish version of Will o' the Wisp. The people of Polperro regarded them both as pixies. The rhyme goes, Jack o' the Lantern, Joan o' the Wad, who tickled the maid and made her mad. Light me home, the weather's bad. Jack-o'-lanterns were also a way of protecting one's home against the undead. Superstitious people used them specifically to ward off vampires. They thought this because it was once said that the jack-o'-lantern's light was a way of identifying vampires who, once their identity was known, would give up their hunt for you.
下次过万圣节的时候，也记得在自家门口摆上一个南瓜灯哦。
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.